Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. It's finally Friday, April 22nd, 2022. We got through another week, well, almost. Okay, look, let's start off this video blog with more economic news, which is, of course, terrible. I was writing this stuff down this morning. So, it appears, imagine my shock, get ready for it, that food and energy prices continue to skyrocket, pressuring everybody beyond anyone's wildest dreams, and it's going to get a lot worse. Now, I want you to consider something. Clearly, okay, we are in an environment of extremes. You got skyrocketing inflation. Meanwhile, you got the Federal Reserve here who seems to be going out of its way, imagine my shock yet again, to pressure the middle class even harder. How are they doing that? Well, by raising the federal funds rate, causing interest rates to climb. Look, this is all a freaking game. And there is a terrible set of dynamics in play that is to deliberately wipe out an entire class of people. So you got the middle class here who are having to endure a rising pace of inflation unlike anything we've ever seen here in the United States. This is the truth. Meanwhile, you got a central bank who is raising rates. And people are getting priced out of the housing market. Imagine my shock there. Being forced into rent, slavery, servitude, and everything else. It's out of control. I'll tell you something else that's going on, a phenomenon that you and I have discussed right here on this blog a long time ago. That is, people are dumping dollars. Yes, they are. What do I mean by that? A phenomenon that occurs throughout history. In an environment of raging inflation, what do people do? Well, they go out and they buy things before prices continue to go higher. So yes, you're going to hear the mainstream narrative. Oh, people are strong. They're continuing to buy. They're consuming everything. Yeah, because they're dumping dollars. In fact, they're borrowing just so they can hoard things before prices go even higher. I'll tell you, it's so sick what we are seeing, and the propaganda, the distractions are out of control. Now, a couple of other things going on here. So I can't count, I literally cannot count on two hands how many times we have heard what I'm about to tell you. So yet again, Bank of America is warning on the stock market. They are seeing stocks falling under pressure, could be significant moving forward. Okay, I'm still waiting for it, okay? There's nothing going on here. There are no red flags, and everything's going exactly according to plan. That is, the Federal Reserve has laid out their plan, I guess, to continue to destroy an entire class of people. Not just here in the United States, but around the world. So anyway, look, you take this warning any way you want to from Bank of America. It's gone on way too long, and it's out of control. All right, let's talk about this. So yesterday, we understand we got a double tag team from Federal Reserve President Mary Daly. Again, she doesn't know if she wants to be a man or a woman. Just make up your freaking mind and stick to it, okay? Seriously, I can't stand when people are stuck in that limbo state, Got to be careful what I say out here. I'm going to get attacked. Okay. And then you got Powell, both of them, explaining, how the Federal Reserve really cares about inflation. Honestly, really? No, they don't. And they're going to continue to inflate. Meanwhile, again, what are they doing? Speaking about a 50 basis point rate hike at the next meeting, possibly one after that. And what is that doing yet again? Well, it's not really hurting the well-off and the rich, but it sure as hell is hitting the middle class. Look, how many times have I said, if you're a member of the middle class, you have a target on your face. The real war is on you. Forget about Ukraine, Russia, all right, with our retard president throwing billions and billions and tens of $billions into a war over there. And it's just a mechanism, people, to pull cash from the future. You know this, just like every single other crisis that's coming down the pike, and there's a lot more. All right, so anyway, it's an astonishing set of things that we're seeing here. People being priced out of the housing market, being destroyed faster by a central bank that is determined to literally kill them by raising rates in this kind of an environment. And people are dumping dollars. They're dumping dollars because they realize prices are going to continue to skyrocket, so they're out there buying things before prices go up even higher. All right, now let's turn our attention over to the freak show market. Right now, as I am doing this video blog, trading doesn't start for about 29 minutes. Okay. You got stock futures lower. Not much, lower nonetheless. You got gold and silver lower. Not by much, lower nonetheless. Crude oil under some pressure here. Okay, lovely. Bitcoin under a little bit of pressure, still around 40,000. 10-year yield, 2.91, and we have some strength in the dollar. So what does this look like, at least for now? We have what appears to me a safety trade playing out pre-market. Is this going to play out to be a fear trade today? Let's see. Again, you know, the freak show yesterday, Dolly and Powell, probably rolling around under the covers right now. Oh, maybe not. It depends on what coin that Dolly flipped this morning. Is she a man or a woman? I don't know. And maybe Powell doesn't care anyway. Whatever. You know, look, the market, that it's so insane and stupid to me that rattled the market. You and I already know clearly that a 50 basis point hike is coming. You remember I was kind of, I wasn't sure what they were going to do. I said more than likely it was at 25, but I said we would readdress it as we got closer. But the fact of the matter is, again, the continuing round after round of bad economic news relating to inflation is going to force the Fed's hand. And I don't want to say force it. This is all by design. The Federal Reserve is in fact on a mission to raise rates here, but it has nothing to do really with combating inflation. Again, there's no way even a series of 50 basis point hikes at this point is going to do anything to stop inflation from raising. Again, they would need to raise the benchmark above the current rate of inflation, which by their numbers is 8.5%. And we all know it's way higher than that. So look, what's the effort here? What's going on? The Federal Reserve is on a mission to kill you, to destroy you by any means possible if you're a member of the middle class. And I want to know when people are going to start taking to the streets here. Really, they're not going to. I talked to Joe Salente about this yesterday, and he said they're not going to do a damn thing. And that's the truth. I'm waiting for it. Ain't going to happen. Joe says it ain't going to happen, and I have to agree with him on that. I'm laughing, but I tell you, people, I think you and I, by understanding the current environment, what's going on, the real set of dynamics that are in play, why this is playing out the way that it is, clearly understand what's happening. And look, I've said this for the longest time. There really is a natural selection going on here. Why do you think people have been dumbed down? They can't even understand what's happening to them. They keep being distracted. Look here. Don't look over here. And that mechanism is going to continue. And people are going to walk around through time and space not knowing what the hell is going on. Sure, they're going to sit around their dinner table and complain about it. Are you seeing the rising prices that are going on? Oh, we know who's responsible for this. They have no clue. None at all. Again, they're being made fun of. They're being made fools of. And mostly this is the propaganda ministry who's feeding them lines of bullshit from here to I don't know where you want to go. And that mechanism, again, it's all about control. People are being programmed literally by watching the mainstream news outlets, propaganda ministry, into believing that what they are seeing is not real. It's out of control. All right, people, look. That's it for this morning. You got the story. Let's see how this plays out. Right now, pre-market, clearly what looks to me which may develop into a fear trade. There is a safety trade going on right now. Let's see if it turns into a fear trade. That would mean more pressure on stocks today. Anyway, let's keep our eyes on this. Watch that 10-year yield because there's the key. All right, I will keep you on top of it. It's 2.91. Yes, we are going over 3. Count on it. MMRI, yes, risk in this market is rising. This is all on my website for you, traderschoice.net. Check that stuff out. All right, this guy here loves all of you, and I mean that from my heart of hearts. We need each other. We got to come together, and we really have to try to get more people to understand what's happening. Is it going to help? I hope so. I really, really do. All right, with that said, I will see all of you later, and we'll talk then. Bye.